Hi, this is Dave Michaels from Talking Points. Today I have an interview with Dan Bodner of Verint. Welcome, Dan. All right, well, let's get started here. I want to start actually with the history of Verint. I think, and I'm not 100% sure here, we're on Verint 4.0. And what's really important is that you've made some strategic pivots as the market has shifted. Can you give us a quick recap of, let's call them Verint's past lives?
Yes, so Verint started, as you said, in '94 as a data analytics company, and we were focusing on unstructured data, primarily voice. And over the years, we evolved into two divisions. One was focused on the contact center use case, and another one on cybersecurity. We spun off our cybersecurity business as a separate public company. So they are now unrelated to Verint. And Verint in 2021 became a pure play contact center company. And we started to develop a platform. We had very strong data and analytics capabilities, and we evolved that to workforce engagement. We were, and still is, the category leader in workforce engagement. But the market have changed, and we can talk about the changes. And we decided to actually rebrand the company as a CX automation company, given the data and AI that started to play a much bigger role. So that's Verint 4.0. It's really recognizing that we are a pure play contact center company with a focus on helping our customers increase CX automation.
Okay, well, the current shift is working pretty well for you. It seems that every quarter you're announcing major wins. Earlier this year, you announced a $49 billion contract with a healthcare company, and just recently, Verint announced a $13 million contract to support 60,000 agents at a Fortune 25 company. Your stock price has basically doubled in the past 6 months or so. How do you explain this?
So we did our spin-off, the cybersecurity spin-off in 2021, and then at the same time, we recognized that the industry is not just moving to the cloud, but they actually want to move to the cloud in a different way. So while historically the contact center industry was telephony-centric and applications were an afterthought to connect to the ACD, the telephony system, we recognized that working with the top 500 customers in the world, that they really are looking for CX automation. CX automation is not just elevating CX, but obviously who doesn't want to elevate CX, but also to do that while at the same time lowering the operating cost. And that requires a lot of automation. And we saw an opportunity to do both. We had the workflows. We're supporting about 4 million agents in contact centers around the world. So we have a lot of workflows that we know agents are using. And we started to infuse automation by building Vinci, which is our name for AI factory in the core of the platform. So we started to augment our workforce solution with AI. And at that time, 3 years ago, this was proprietary AI because there was not much to buy, and Gen AI was not, did not exist. So the foundation of that platform with data and AI in the core, we already had that going. Mid last year, we launched it, and then Gen AI exploded. And we started to bring, because we designed the platform completely open, we started to bring Gen AI very quickly into the platform. And as you know, we have more than 40 different AI-powered bots working the platform. And I think what's starting to really catch the market attention was the fact that we're not promoting ourselves as an AI company. Actually, a few weeks ago, we had an analyst event, and I said, we're not an AI company. We are an AI business outcomes company. And that simple distinction, that we take the best AI that exists from any vendor and we turn it quickly into business outcomes, is really what caught the attention of customers. Now, customers are very skeptical these days, about AI. They're all excited on one hand, but also skeptical because, there's a lot of PowerPoints that discuss what Gen AI potentially will do in the contact center. But we decided to actually ignore the potential and focus on what can be done today. And I think those very large contracts that you mentioned are really the results of customers recognizing that they can get it now. They don't have to wait. They don't have to do a big rip and replace project. They don't have to go to the cloud first. They can actually deliver AI in the cloud connected to their on-prem solutions. So we are very unique in that way, right? A lot of customers were hesitating about AI because I need first to do a big rip and replace, change all my infrastructure. It's very disruptive. It's expensive. It's going to take me 2 years. And we came with a very different message, right? You can basically keep what you have. If it's working, why to change it? And you can add AI business outcomes on top with an open platform.
So as you indicated, Verint shifted to AI a little bit ahead of let's call it the industry-wide sea change that's occurred. And as a result, your customers are actually claiming results from automation rather than just promises and vision. Let me ask you, is Verint's future more about bringing its current automation capabilities to more customers, or is it more about new types of automation capabilities that are yet to arrive?
Yes, it's both. We have 90% of the Fortune 500 companies already as customers. So there's plenty of opportunity for Verint to expand the AI adoption within those very large customers. And they're really craving business outcomes. They need to elevate CX, but they can't do that by keep hiring more and more people, which is, the recipe of the past. It's not sustainable. So the promise of AI for them is, can I elevate CX and reduce costs at the same time? And they have tremendous amount of cost. We talk about customers with 10, 20, 50,000. We have customers with 100,000 employees in their customer service area, and they're still not delighting their customers. So how more they can they hire? And it's also very difficult with the complexity around customer expectations. Even you hire more people, you have to train them, you have to keep them because they turn to turnover, and you have to empower them with knowledge. All these things are getting more and more complex in the omni-channel environment. So the promise of CX automation is something that customers are really excited about, but they also are obviously careful about not just buying technology, but buying outcomes. And I think what really helped us, and it's probably the secret sauce behind our momentum, is the fact that we created bots that can only do one thing. We decided that AI is not smarter than people. But if you design a bot to do one thing and you train them on the right data, that bot can actually do it very, very well. And many of our customers said, look, we tried AI and it's actually disrupting our workforce. It's actually suggesting in the wrong time, the wrong message. And a lot of in the early stages, a lot of the agents actually turned off AI. They didn't see that as adding value. So by changing our focus from AI technology to business outcomes, and then breaking down those outcomes into very, very specific outcomes, each one can be easily measured. We created the opportunity for customers actually to start consume AI at a small scale. Let me just, do 1% of my volume, and let's see how it works. And then obviously they can expand and consume more. And the pricing methodology is basically you pay for what you eat. So it's a very quick way to experiment with not just with AI technology, but with business outcomes, and then you can expand where you see the value.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, you use that word outcomes a lot. You use it both in the last two questions, and the outcome pricing is pretty hard to do. The traditional model of pricing everything per agent per month was pretty simple. It's very difficult to define and measure outcomes. Can you share your thoughts a little more on how you do that?
Yes. So let's look at some of the pricing models, but they're all very consistent in a way that they are tied to the results that you as a customers can deliver, and then you obviously know what you pay for. These are not tokens that you buy from AI models, and these are not APIs that you pay for every time you call an API. This is very much linked to the outcome. So, one example will be our containment bot, which contain a conversation with the customer in a self-service mode, successfully responding to the customer and not avoiding the need to transfer to a person, right? So you pay by volume, how much voice or digital you're processing with this bot. And of course, if you see success, you will drive more volume to the bot, and then you'll pay more to Verint, but you will save a lot of money from avoiding agents handling those calls. Now, that containment bot is also smart because they're designed to recognize when they cannot answer your question, which happens quite a lot. AI is not capable of answering every question. At that point, they will transfer the call to a human, but with all the context. So the AI will summarize the previous bot to customer conversation. So now the agent doesn't need to ask you, what's your name? What's your password? What are you calling about? They can just say, hey, Dave, let me continue from where we left it. And that could save 30 seconds of questions, obviously also very annoying to the end customer when they're being asked twice, first by the bot and then by the agent. So it's a win-win for elevating CX, and at the same time, you can save 30 seconds. And of course, you see the results, and you say 30 seconds worth for me X dollars. This is the bot is priced per transfer. This is a very clear equation between whether I want to use the bot, and you can use the bot for all your transfers, 5% of your transfer. It's very flexible in how much you want to consume in your own use case. There are different bots. For example, we have bots that will reduce your agent attrition by 30%. How? By basically providing agent complete flexibility in their schedule. Agents today, they work shifts, but they also have a personal life, and everybody's looking to balance their work-life situations. And today, when an agent, let's say they get a call from school and their child is sick and they need to go and pick it up, they call the supervisor and they say, can I change my schedule? And the answer is no. We need you. You are scheduled in the shift, and the company needs you to be there and respond to our customers. So it's very difficult to create that flexibility. We created a bot, we call it a time flex bot, who will basically give the agent unlimited flexibility to change anytime they want. And that resulted in agents being more happy. So attrition has been reduced by 30%. And also, there was a phenomenon of absenteeism where agents just didn't show up because they didn't care if they get fired. They just didn't show up. And of course, you can avoid that. So there's a lot of benefits that you get from bots when they actually do just one thing, and then you charge the customer for the outcome. And if they don't need it, if you are a contact center and you're not troubled by agent attrition, you don't need to provide a bot. If you have one business unit with high attrition, but another without, and you can only deploy the bot into that business unit. So an open platform, a lot of flexibility in what AI you want to use, for what purpose, what outcomes, and then you pay for the outcomes.
All right. Well, Dan, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I'm so excited for you and your team at Verint. For those that want to know more, they should plan to attend Verint Engage in Orlando this September. They'll have sessions designed for contact center back offices, compliance, customer experience, digital marketing, IT, and operations, and who knows, everyone else. So thank you, Dan, and thanks for watching.
Thank you so much, Dave. Happy to be here.